In today's video, we're going to take a look at one of the coolest modular buildings I've built in quite a while. It's got tons of details, a fun play feature, and lots of fantastic submodels. And even when the lights are off, it still stands out. But here's the real kicker, it's not Lego. So here on the channel, I've built all sorts of things, but I really like putting together these modular buildings. And I've made quite a few, including some of my own, and I've even built a few of these LumiBricks before too. So far, I've been really impressed with all of their designs, and this new boxing club is no exception. Now full disclosure, they did send me this set, but I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I really like it. And in this video, I'm gonna show you exactly what it's like once it's all put together, show you some of the details on each floor, the good,
nice,
the bad,
disgusting,
and the ugly. That way, if you decide to venture outside of the Lego kingdom into something like LumiBricks, you can be completely informed on what you're gonna get. With that being said, let's take a look at the first floor. Now the set is a boxing club, so a lot of the space is dedicated to gyms and boxing and stuff like that, but the first floor is actually a corner laundromat. And it looks great. There's lots of great little details in there, like these washers and dryers, and you're gonna build this washer 5 times. It gets a little repetitive, but laundromats have a lot of washing machines. What are you gonna do? As far as submodels on this level, I really like this vending machine and this little cart that has detergent on it. There's also this little changing room that you can't access, but LumiBricks does this really cool thing. Not only do the walls hinge open, but on most of the floors, you can actually remove sections of the building. So if you want to get in there and look at all the details, you can. And here, there's 2 changing rooms, lockers, and a bench. And once you're done with it, it slides right back into place, super easy. And with that, let's move up to my favorite level of the building, the second floor. Now this is where the actual boxing ring is. And there are lots of great details here, so let's take a look. First off are the stairs that lead from the ground level up to the boxing club. And on the outside of the building, there's lots of great little details. Like this awning in the front, the sign on the window for the club, and this little fire escape ladder as well, which is built using flex tube, which is a little flimsy, but it looks pretty good. On the inside is the entryway, which you can't really access, even with the boxing rink out of the way. Speaking of the boxing rink, just like the locker room on the first floor, it moves right out. And here there's actually a pretty cool play feature. You can take 2 of the Minifigs, put them in the ring, and make them fight. One odd detail here is how somebody actually spilled red Kool-Aid on the floor mat. Or at least, I think that's Kool-Aid.
oh yeah!
One thing you're gonna notice throughout the build is lots and lots of great prints. I haven't mentioned this before, but with LumiBricks there are no stickers. Every piece of artwork on the bricks and tiles are prints, which in my opinion is a pretty cool feature. I wish Lego would do that. There's a cool Rocky-inspired poster next to the ring, and there's also this wall that just has a bunch of other little Easter eggs on it. There's a belt, more Rocky posters, and this little trophy. And this actually reminded me of my first disappointment, and really one of my only ones on this set. So this trophy comes with the boxing glove. The set even comes with a spare boxing glove, but they're both left-handed. And neither of the fighter minifigs have boxing gloves, they just have regular hands. So I thought maybe I could take one of the boxing gloves and put it on them. But it doesn't fit. You would think for a boxing club set that the minifigs would actually have boxing gloves. Oh well. And now onto the third level of the building, the gym. The outside looks really good here. A generator on the fire escape, there's a bunch of potted plants lining the front window, and another really good looking printed sign. Here the fighters can train using all sorts of exercise equipment. And these are all really good submodels. There's a weight bench built into the wall, a rack with some free weights on it, 2 exercise bikes, one of those arcade punching machine games, and 2 punching bags. And these are actually pretty cool. The connection is actually loose up top, so when you hit them, they wobble a little bit. I thought it was a pretty cool touch. There's even a juice bar and 2 very reflective 2x6 tiles that act as mirrors for the gym. And just like the levels below, this back wall opens, and the floor slides right out, so you have easy access to all the little things you built. And now for the top floor. Again, the outside looks pretty good here. There's an air conditioning unit, a water tank that was pretty fun to put together and looks really good, and this huge 6x13 sign for the whole building. It's made up of 2 6x6 tiles and 1 1x6 tile, all with a really cool printed graphic on the front of it. It really ties the whole thing together. Another cool thing up here is a 6x6 transparent blue tile. Pretty standard piece, but cool to get in this color. Now this floor is another continuation of the gym, except it's more of a calisthenics area. I think that's what you call it. I'm not sure, I'm kind of a fat guy. It's got some records up here for music, some exercise balls, more weights, and a couple posters. But overall, this is pretty much the least decorated floor. As for the exterior of the building, I've went over most of that kind of as I've been going through this, but just to point out a couple more things, There's a bunch of cool little posters over here on the first floor, and a pretty neat scaffolding build. It's actually the last thing you do when you put this thing together. And there's also a stoplight. And this is where the building gets really cool. So the green light actually lights up. You might have noticed this already, and you might already know, but LumiBricks buildings and all of their builds actually have built-in lighting kits. And this is a really cool feature. And honestly, it makes it stand out a lot. Every floor is lit up from the inside and the outside, so you can see details on the inside of the building from the outside, even at night. It's really cool. Overall, this is a fantastic set. I really liked it, but I want to go over a couple more things. First up, the packaging and instructions. The box that it comes in is very nice. It's big, thick, and it feels premium. The set comes with 2 instruction booklets, both of which are also pretty thick. And at the front of the book, you'll find some details about the set itself, some of the backstory, as well as how to test the lighting system before you actually install it. The instructions themselves are very clear with how to put everything together, which is very helpful for a lighting kit. It shows you exactly which way to put the pieces, where to move the wire, and where everything goes. They did a really good job integrating the lighting system into the building process. The pieces themselves come in plastic bags, which is pretty common for building block sets. Once you're done building, you're going to have a lot of spare parts, and that's to be expected for a set that comes with 3,000 pieces. A lot of 1x1s, couple 1x2s, stuff like that, relatively small pieces. Now you'll notice there's also a couple larger plates, and that's because the printing process for LumiBricks, they actually put the tiles on these plates and then print it all as one big unit. So while you're building, there's really no purpose for these extra pieces. Now there's a couple times during the build where you'll actually use the plates that the tiles come on, but not these. The lighting kit itself actually comes in this orange box. I just put all my spares in here. There's also some spares of the specialized parts for the lighting kit, and 3 tools. The brick separator, some tweezers that you can use to install the lighting wires, and a small screwdriver. There's also this golden sprue with a couple other minifig accessories on it. You only use one of these during the build. It's for a little spray bottle on the first floor. And let's talk about the minifigs real quick. The set comes with 6, and they look like this. There's 2 fighters, a coach, a reporter, and these 2 other people. I'm not really sure what they do, but I think they look pretty cool. I know a lot of people are not a huge fan of this design, but that's okay. They legally cannot look like the Lego minifigs, so this is the compromise. And I think they look pretty good, but let me show you something. Because these blocks are compatible with Lego bricks, you can just switch them out. It's not a big deal. And fortunately for me, I have 2 Lego boxing minifigs already. It's a guy and a gal, so I can stage my own intergender boxing championship match. I mentioned the specialized pieces earlier. Let me go over those real quick too. There are basically 3 types that LumiBricks uses to integrate the lighting system into the build. There are bricks with channels that go along the top so that you can put the wire on the inside of it, plates with channels carved into the side and bottom of them so you can run wires either alongside or underneath them, and tiles that are similar to the plates but are tiled off on top. And I said I was going to go over the good, the bad, and the ugly of this set, and honestly, there's not a lot of bad and ugly. It's mostly good. So I'll talk about the good at the end. The bad. Now, because of the specialized pieces, most of the wires in the building itself are pretty much hidden, so you're not going to see a bunch of wires hanging off the side or anything like that. LumiBricks does a really good job of integrating those wires into the building. It runs all the way from the bottom floor to the top pretty seamlessly. There's one place where it doesn't, and it is visible from the outside of the building. You might have noticed it already, this traffic light. It's a fine little build, and it's cool that the traffic light lights up, but the wire wraps around the outside of it, and I don't think it looks very good. I've even seen sometimes where it turns on itself if you have the wire too taut, so I don't know why they did this. LumiBricks has put out kits with light posts with working lights where the wire actually runs along the inside of the pole, and it looks fine. I wish they would have done something like that with this, because that wire on the outside really does not look good to me. It's especially disappointing because they did such a great job of hiding the wires throughout the rest of the build. One more feature that has not been in any of the other sets aside from the first one that I built, the record store, is this kind of dollhouse effect in order to get to the inside of the building. I thought it was really effective on the record store, and I'd like to see this feature come back. The ugly. And to me, it's the colors of the building. I think that the dark red on red combination is an eyesore, but I've lived in big cities, and that's kind of what some of these buildings look like. It looks like what it's supposed to. It's like an old renovated building that's been turned into a gym. It's run down, and it looks like it. I just think the red is a little harsh, but that's just me personally. The longer I look at it, it is growing on me, but my first thought is ugh. And finally, the good. And honestly, 99% of this build is good. The overall look of it, even though I'm not wild about the colors, the design choices, the lighting, the way they filled up the spaces, I think it's an excellent modular. And if you're looking to see what else is out there, or wanting to buy a building set on a budget, wanting to experiment with lighting kits, or just looking for something to put together, this is a really good place to start. Minus the issues that I've already mentioned, which are, again, not deal breakers, I think this is a fantastic set. And I feel like I've got to mention the really good. And this is LumiBricks' whole ethos, the lighting kits. The lighting features on these sets is truly awesome. I'm not joking when I say that my kids' favorite quote-unquote Lego sets are the LumiBricks ones. Every time I build one, they literally cannot wait to see what it looks like when the lights come on. I wait to finish the building kit until I know everyone is home. Once it's done, we gather as a family in the closet, turn off the lights, and bam, magic. Heck, my daughter used the record store as a nightlight for literal months. When I first saw a LumiBricks set, I thought the lighting kit was kind of a gimmick. And after putting a couple together, it is. But it's a really good one. I'm talking about wrestling in the 90s level gimmicks. Chris Jericho's ponytail, Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Rock, Broken Matt Hardy. Great gimmicks. And Lego has also been known to do some gimmicks. In fact, they're kind of diving into one right now with the Smart Brick, which from the looks of it, it's kind of a bad gimmick. Not Shockmaster level bad, but still a little iffy. Now, I haven't messed with one yet. Obviously, they're not out. I haven't actually gotten to use one, so I want to reserve judgment until they actually are released. But from the looks of it, I kind of don't get it. When kids are playing with Lego sets, they can already say pew when they pretend to shoot a laser out of an X-Wing, or make the little helicopter noises. What they can't do is make the lights inside the Avengers Tower come on. Instead of trying to reinvent the wheel, I wish Lego would invest into adding something like the lighting kits into their own sets. I know they've got the light brick, but that's not really what I'm talking about. I'm telling you, the lighting brings a spark of joy that I cannot quite describe here. Maybe Lego's already looked into it. Maybe they just figured out that kids plus wires and electricity is a no-go. But it could be a great building experience for parents and their children. Either way, it's a gap, and I'm glad that there's a company out there that's filling it. And they're doing a great job of it. So if you couldn't tell already, I highly recommend this set. I think it's really good. Thank you for watching, and if you're interested in checking out a LumiBricks kit, follow the affiliate link down in the description below or use my code to get a discount if you choose to buy one of their sets. It's not going to change the cost for you, but I will get a little commission, and that really helps support the channel. If you enjoyed the video, like, subscribe, leave a comment. That's very helpful too. Let me know what your thoughts on the LumiBricks sets are, or if there's something you want to see me cover in the future. I don't do a lot of reviews here, but if that's something you want to see, let me know. Again, thank you to LumiBricks for sending me this set, and more importantly, thank you for watching the video. You can also find me on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok, or instructions for my MOCs on Rebrickable or Patreon. Speaking of Patreon, a huge shout out to my Patreon supporters, especially Articular Pack 6, Brandon, Darius, Derek, Harley, Jim, Ruby's Music, Stan, and Zach. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.